Smart investors learn from other people's experiences. One thing I've come to understand about investment is that you don't have to make every mistake yourself before you learn lesson from it. Because there are people who have already gone through some of the things you are about to experience. Some have been investing for 10, 20, or 30 years. So they have even seen bull markets, crashes, period when almost everything was going up, and period when it felt like nothing will ever recover again. Along the way, they have made money, lost money, and made decisions they probably wish they could go back and change. So for me, it makes sense to learn from those experiences instead of waiting until I make exactly the same mistake by myself. If someone tells you that he put almost all his money into one investment because he was very confident about it and eventually lost a huge part of that money, there is already something for you to learn there. You don't have to lose your own money first before you understand that putting everything in one place can be very dangerous. The same thing applies to taking profit. We have seen people making life-changing money during the bull market, but because they kept believing that the market will continue to go up higher, they refused to take anything out of the market. And eventually, the market turned around and they watch most of this profit disappear. So when you hear story like this, the question should be, what can I learn from this so that I don't repeat the same mistakes? Even when it comes to borrowing money to invest, there are enough stories. There are enough stories already. People have borrowed money because they were convinced an investment was a sure thing, only for the market to move against them. And now they are dealing with the loss and the debts. The funny thing is that sometimes we hear all these stories and still tell ourselves, my own case will be different. And maybe it will be, but market have a way of teaching the same lessons to different people over and over again. Of course, you will still make your own mistakes. I don't think anybody can invest for a very long time without getting some decisions wrong. But you don't have to make every mistake personally. That is why I think you should pay attention to people who have been doing this for a very long time. Learn from how they made money, because sometimes understanding what's not to do can be just as valuable as knowing what to invest in. At the end of the day, investing is not only about finding the next opportunity to make money. A big part of it is also learning how to protect yourself from mistakes that can take years to recover. And if someone else experience can help you avoid one of those mistakes, then you might as well learn from it instead of paying for the same lesson yourself. Follow, like, share, and let's continue this conversation in the comment section. Thank you.